Hello everyone, welcome to a new video. It's a quick video I want to do about recent immigration changes in the UK. Today, 14th of March, when I'm recording this video, there are new changes have been laid before the government, and it means that they've been posted on government.uk website. We have heard that skilled worker visa threshold will increase to 38,700. What we didn't know is what new entrants or international students will have to be paid if they switch from student or graduate visa to skilled worker visa in the UK. So today I will give you exactly the recent update and my understanding of recent changes. So, effective 1st of April, if you want to get a skilled worker visa in the UK, you will have to be paid 38,700 per year to be eligible. But there are always exceptions to each rule, and there are quite a few exceptions to this salary threshold. The exceptions I will talk about in this video are specifically for international students, because this is my scope of work. I help international students find jobs in the UK, and I want to clarify what are the salary requirements for new entrants, and I'll cover both of these topics in this video. It's obviously 38,700 is a huge increase. Before that, to qualify for a skilled worker visa, you had to get 26,200, and obviously 38,700 is almost 50% increase. But what a lot of people didn't know, that I have educated and I got 500,000 views on my reel talking about new entrant rule. A lot of people didn't know that if you are switching from student visa or graduate visa at the moment before 1st of April, you don't have to be paid 26,200. You can only be paid 20,960. So there was a big discount for new entrants to the market. What we wanted to know is from 1st of April, will we have this discount, how it will look, and so on. So this is what we cover in this video. Important, I'm not an immigration advisor, I am not a qualified lawyer, I'm a career consultant. This video is a discussion of publicly available information. I'm just giving my understanding, my opinion, my interpretation of the information. Please consult. This is not immigration advice. This is not it's not immigration advice, full stop. So let's see what the new requirements are. Here is what has been posted today. You can go to government.uk website, link is in the description of this video, publicly available information. In case anyone wants reference, this is the document. It is almost 300 pages, so enjoy it, have a read. So, new salary requirements. Here is the screenshots from the statement of changes, and it looks like the new entrant salary will be 30,960 per year, and 70% of the going rate. Let me explain more precisely. So if you are qualified as a new entrant, and I will cover what it means in the next slide, and you consider the start of your career, your salary can be 30,960 per year instead of 37,800 pounds. So they gave us 20% discount for new entrants. But not only that, you also have to be 70% of the going rate for the occupation you are applying. So let me explain the 70% part. The 70% part is, it means that the government they did a review of all the jobs, so usual codes that are eligible for skilled worker visas, so lots of different professions, and they just gave the rate, what they think that someone should be paid on the particular role. There is a whole science behind it. I honestly don't want to go into too much details because I didn't prepare notes on that. But what all we have to know that we don't have, as a new entrance to the market, you don't have to meet this going rate. You only have to meet 70% of that going rate. So usually if it's a junior position, it will be around 30,960, but maybe for some roles it will be higher. So, and I'll show you an example later on. So for many roles it will be the same, but sometimes you'll have to be paid even more than 30,960 if you're going for some kind of role that is usually paid more, it's more senior, and so on. let me move my head. Two things we have to remember. They did explain to us the skilled occupations and how much is the going rate, and I'll show you that document. Let me switch my screen. Great. So this is a table, and table 1, yes, this is exactly it, page 80. Here we have all the salaries and going rates. So for example, you want to be an engineering manager and you are a new entrant, you're classified as a new entrant. You will have to be paid 70% of the going rate, and this will be 36,050. So you can't be paid 30,000 because as an engineering manager, you usually should be paid more, right? You're doing a more senior position. But obviously, if you scroll down and you look at the charity director for 70% is 30,960. So you wouldn't have to go above that. So it really depends on your position. Obviously, manager level, director is always higher, but there are lots of more junior positions like car sales manager, director of nursing, farm manager. Let me think what could be relevant for international students. Let me scroll down. Care manager, director. I think that I've seen quite a lot of logistics manager, let's say, facilities manager. We had a lot of chemists, consultants, geologists, and so on. It's very, very big list, but as you can see, a lot of them are not above 30,960. Quite a lot of them are around that, so you don't have to worry too much, but obviously only if you're going for a senior role, you might have to be paid more. Let me go back to the presentation and explain other things. For example, how can you be a new entrant? How do you qualify as a new entrant? The second thing that they have clarified is how to be a new entrant. From my understanding, it hasn't changed a lot. It seems very, very similar. There are 3 different ways. Actually, there is more than that. I'm just covering 3 different ways because I don't want to overcomplicate things for you. Let's say you are international student, and this is my audience. That's why I'm covering most relevant ways for international student to qualify as a new entrant. First, you have to be under 26 years old. So when you apply for a skilled worker visa, if you are under 26 years old, congratulations, you are a new entrant. You can go for this discount. Or not and. So if you are above 26 years old, the second condition is here. It's E. You are most recent visa in the UK has been a student visa, and if it has expired, it's expired within two years of application. If you were on a student visa, you started bachelor's degree, master's degree, PhD, postgraduate certificate in education, or professional graduate diploma of education, and you are applying for a skilled worker visa no more than 3 months before you expected to complete this course, or 12 months after you started a PhD, if you're doing a PhD. In other words, it's simple words to explain, if you are graduating on a student visa from any of these degrees and you're switching to skilled worker visa, you are a new entrant. And the third way to qualify for the new entrant is the relevant one, is most recent permission was as a graduate, so graduate visa. If that permission has expired, it's expired less than 2 years before the date of application. So if you are currently on a graduate visa or your graduate visa has expired in less than 2 years, you are qualified as a new entrant. And this is much easier because actually this part is already qualifies you for a graduate visa. So in simple terms, if you're switching from student and graduate visa, you shouldn't have any issues qualifying for the new entrant rule, considering all that information. Obviously, this is a simplistic way of explaining it. Always consult an immigration advisor. There are other ways to meet the new entrant, so if for any reason you're not meeting this rule, check out the policy. Maybe other rules apply to you. the other thing that they have mentioned, so they did say 12.1 to 12.3. We talked about 12.1 and going rate. We talked about how to be a new entrant. Now, another thing that they have mentioned. I'll be honest, it's very wordy. As they're saying, granting the application must not mean the applicant's combined permission as a skilled worker graduate. Tier 2 would be more than 4 years in total. Whether or not the permission is for continuous period. To be honest, this is a bit wordy, but based on what I already know about the new entrant rule, it probably stays the same. You can't be a new entrant in more than 4 years. And you can't, as in, the time starts when you switch to a graduate visa, not when you're on a student visa, but as soon as you switch to a graduate visa or skilled worker visa, even if it's not continuous, you are losing that 4 years. So let's say from student visa to skilled worker directly, you'll have 4 years of discount. So you can be 4 years on that skilled worker salary. But if you spend 2 years on graduate visa and you switch into skilled worker visa, you're only eligible for discount for 2 years because you already spent 2 years on a graduate visa. That's how it works now, and I assume this is what they mean again. What it means. So a lot of people ask me, Valeria, let's say I get a discount, I go on a skilled worker visa after 2 years of graduate visa. You'll be given a visa and your employer should apply for 2 years skilled worker visa under a discount, and then if you want to continue on skilled worker visa, you'll have to be paid 38,700, or well, you won't be a new entrant anymore, basically. So you are better off switching from skilled worker visa, from student visa to skilled worker visa if you want 4 years of a discount, or try to switch to skilled worker visa as soon as possible if you already have a chance, if you want to have a discount for longer. But usually, you get a salary increase, and after several years, after 2 years or after 4 years of working in the market, they expect you to make around 38,000, and I think that's quite reasonable in most professions. Obviously, there are exceptions for healthcare and shortage occupation list has been really modeled to something else, but that's a whole different conversation. So please like this video, subscribe. I have a blog post that I have posted summarizing in simple words again what I have covered in this video. Any questions, let me know in the comments. Don't switch off yet. I have the summary. I have the summary, what we have discussed. I want to give you my opinion. International students are better off applying for skilled worker visa than people from abroad. So it means that if you want to immigrate to the UK, coming to the UK on a student visa, studying here is giving you an advantage. You're more attractive in terms of the rules, as you can see. You have 20% discount, sometimes less if you are more senior, but as we have seen for junior roles, for money roles, you will have 20% of discount unless you're going to be a director or something like that. Unfortunately, we have to see how this information will boil down, is that the right word, or filter down to the employers, to everyone. But you should be educated. You should know what you have to be paid. You can communicate this information. Soon we'll have the policy posted, I think, not just a statement of changes, because 4th of April is coming up. I still think that it's not as easy to get skilled worker visa, but it still remains reasonable. We are still can get paid. We can get this 30,000, 31,000 in salary. I feel that a lot of my clients get that. I've said it many times. In many industries, you can get that. Obviously, some roles will not fall into that place, unfortunately, but it's still positive news. If you're looking for some other exceptions, you can find them. This is just in general what I was trying to explain. We finally have clarity. It's best to know exactly what we have to earn to get the visa. It's good to have solid information. If you need immigration advice, please get it from qualified people. This video is information only. It doesn't give you the whole picture. This is just me reflecting on what has been posted. So thank you so much. Don't forget to like, subscribe. I'll keep you posted with any updates if I learn more. Any questions, comments, maybe something that you have noticed in the policy or statement of changes, maybe anything that I wasn't clear from me, or maybe anywhere where I didn't understand something correctly, I would love to hear from you. Thank you and good luck.